Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, Time with Lauren. Join me for a cozy evening after I've gotten all of the babies tucked into bed. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And thanks for joining me this evening. I'm so grateful to have you. I hope this video gives you some inspiration and you can wind down with a cup of something warm to drink. I'm going to start by getting all of the bar stools and chairs up so that the robot can do its thing. And then I'm going to switch over some laundry and get some new laundry going in the wash. The robot vacuum mop has been a game changer for me. I used to vacuum and mop every day, and I have a very large kitchen and dining area, so it took me quite a bit of time. Now, the vacuum mop doesn't do 100% of a great job, but it does enough that I don't have to do it every single night. So it's definitely worth it in my opinion, and it was a gift for Christmas, so I've been enjoying that for about a year now. Just gonna get some laundry going. I do usually 1 or 2 loads a day. I make my own homemade laundry detergent, and I'll be doing a video on that soon for you guys. I'm adding some of this Azure Clean brand stain and odor remover because the kids played outside in the mud for the last 2 days, so I just want a little bit of extra cleaning power in this load. I'm going to start by taking a new bag of flour out of the freezer and refilling my all-purpose flour canister here. I freeze my flour when I first get it to kill any bugs or eggs of bugs that might be in there. And yes, that is a thing. Flours, even organic flours, have bugs. So anyways, now I'm going to take some of my supplements. I take magnesium and a prenatal. No, I'm not pregnant. I just continue it. I've been taking it for about 8 years now. I'm pregnant and or breastfeeding for the last 8 years. So anyways, I continue that. I take some vitamin D and also some cod liver oil. Now I'm just going to mix together some sourdough English muffins. I am going to get those mixed together here in my stand mixer, but it is quite easy enough to mix them together in a bowl. I just chose to do it this way tonight. So this is a super easy recipe, and I call it drop English muffins. And if you're familiar with like drop biscuits, you just basically scoop them out. It's a little bit of a wetter dough. And so anyways, I'll add some baking soda in the morning and I will mix it all up really well. Then I will put some coconut oil on my hands and just pinch off pieces and drop those into a hot cast iron pan. I cover it with a lid and just let it cook on like medium low and then I will flip them once they're browned and continue to cook them. These are easier, and you can get them on the table quicker than having to, like a traditional English muffin. I do have a recipe for those, and they make beautiful, perfect round English muffins, but you do have to use like a biscuit cutter, ring cutter, and then you're going to have to let them rise a second time. But because these have that baking soda, you do not have to do that, so I can get these on the table for my family much quicker in the morning. Now at the last minute here, you saw me add some raisins and cinnamon. I decided that I wanted cinnamon raisin English muffins tomorrow versus plain, so I added cinnamon and raisins in at the last minute. Now I'm just going to scrape these into a bowl. I made a half recipe. Normally I make like around 24, but whenever I make these quick ones for breakfast in the morning, I usually just do a half recipe, and makes anywhere from like 8 to 12 depending on how big you make them. So I'm just moving them to a smaller bowl so that it can rise, and this will sit on my counter overnight, and it will be doubled in the morning, and I will be able to have breakfast on the table much quicker than rolling these out and cutting them and having a second rise. So anyways, now I am going to oil my cutting board. I wiped it down really good. I usually do this about once a week, and I don't cut meat or like garlic or onions on this board. I have a board that you see me chop garlic and onions on, but I use it for everything else, and I do use it for meat sometimes, but the reason I don't do onions and garlic is because I find that the taste does stick around with as much onions and garlic as I use. So we don't like garlic flavored strawberries or apples or any fruit for that matter. So anyways, I just wipe it down really good, and then to rehydrate it, I add some olive oil or board wax, but I am out of that. So I will put a drop of tea tree and lemon just to keep everything nice and disinfected and smelling fresh, or, not smelling like anything at all really. Now I'm just going to make myself a cup of hot tea, and I buy bulk teas from Mountain Rose Herbs and blend my own. This is an herbal lemon ginger tea. So I'm going to make myself a cup of that and let it steep while I go get my shower, and then I will come back for a little bit of Bible time. Now I'm just going to brush out my hair. I have very long hair, but it is fine, not coarse, so it gets tangled really easy. I usually keep it up because I'm usually cooking and busy about the house, or I have a baby in my backpack carrier. But at night, I do like to brush it out, get the tangles out, and give my scalp a break. If you have long, heavy hair, you know that wearing a ponytail or your hair up in a clip can give you a headache or make your scalp sore at the least. So anyways, I am going to put on some of my face serum and chapstick. I don't do much for beauty care or anything like that, but I just recently got this a few months ago, and I've been enjoying it for my skin and my face. So now that my tea has cooled down a bit, I'm going to add my raw honey. I don't like to add it when it's super, super hot because it can kill off the benefits of the raw honey. So now it's finally time to sit down and rest, and I am going to get out my Bible and my devotional and do a little bit of reading before I go to bed. And this is where I end my day before I go to bed. I also start my day in a very similar way, usually with a cup of lemon water with fresh squeezed lemon, and I will sit here and read my Bible and my devotional. So such a great way to start and end my day is in God's Word. So I try to make that a habit, and although it doesn't happen every single day this way, that is my goal. And that is all for tonight, y'all. I hope this was inspirational, and I hope that you have something positive to take away. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.